Welcome back to another video on the Dom, the Mark 5 20 valve turbo. Engine bay pretty much done. So happy with the way this has turned out. The little subtle touches from RTMG with the red that the anodized red that they've got. We've managed to now change all the silicone hoses to the black ones, so it's pretty nice. A few people have started commenting on the cam cover because obviously it's a little bit dirty. We didn't have time to clean it up. I think at some point we're probably going to whip that off. A few people mentioned maybe polishing it. Some people said maybe give it some colour, either white to match the car or go black so it got a contrast to the red on the top. Let us know in the comments what you think what we should do. I don't think there's any other colours that really would suit it. It's either black, white or polished, but let us know on that. So now the next job is going to be, when we first put the car together last year, it was kind of thrown together towards the end of the season. In fact, European Finals was our first race that we attended with the car. We put the 12-volt battery right in the back of the car. Now, it was a lot easier because obviously we've got the fuel cell hill here and we had nowhere else really to put the battery, so it was just easier. I got hold of a battery box, we put that in the spare wheel well, and obviously we had to run a whole wire from the starter motor all the way to the back of the car to the battery, and of course we've got the battery cut-off system. Now, part of this modifications that we're doing this winter is we're trying to make the back end as light as possible and try and get as much weight as far forward as possible. There's a gnat trying to attack me. We've put the 16-volt battery from the dragster because there's no point in sitting in the garage for a couple of years while we're building that one. Might as well put it on the car. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving the battery from the back of the car, putting it into the front. We're going to put it as far forward in the front as possible. Again, putting more weight over the front wheels, hanging over the front, which is better for traction. All the way down the direction, 478 to the 8th mile and a 751 at 175 miles an hour. Picking up the front wheels, 430 to the 8th mile and a 682 at 176 miles an hour. Right, left, using all the trackers, off the power and mid trackers. Considering what he was running yesterday, 1.14 60 foot, 49 to the 8th mile, 750 and 185 miles an hour. A great opening run for today. Free of the 4 class. That's a good side-by-side run. 773 and 180 to 723. Gaudi's going to get there first. We're at 655 at 208. 608, 222 miles an hour. Another personal best at the Hull Sec Winter Nationals. Can you tell what it is yet? Well, the good things about Facebook every once in a while is the Facebook Marketplace bargain. Thank you very much to the Bag Shed who sorted us out. Now, I don't know if these are the same A-arms that we've just fitted, the lightweight ones, but basically I got the Powerflex anti-lift kit. Second hand, obviously, it's come off a car that's been broken, but it saves me about 100 quid, which in the grand scheme of things is what we need, because remember, this was supposed to be a budget build and it's got a little bit out of control, so it's nice to get something that's a little bit budget for once. Now obviously this has got adjustable, so you can adjust the camber and caster, and polybushed here as well, so I'm going to see if these are the same ones that we've just put on. If they are, then I'll clean these up and I'll end up putting those on, because there's no point removing that. But yeah, we'll get these tidied up. And then Jamie will be happy to see the shim kit. Hopefully this is the answer to my clutch issue. Right, we'll get these cleaned up. Back on. Side, the eminent red lane, George Katai, the eminent blue lane. Here we go then, both cars into pre-stage. Both cars walk solidly together, 159.60 foot for George Katai, 8 miles, 6:35. George goes through with a 960 and a 982 to 222 none, 607. So close. Camera down. Bottom front all today. Qualifying round 5 and a 570, 246 miles an hour. We've already seen one personal best from the Italian cars. Whoa! Well, those 26s on the Punto definitely gripping one way and the other. Again, it was going straight, and obviously one of the wheels got just out of the groove. Someone did say, why have we got the fuel cell in the front? Just here, taking up a load of space, basically getting heat soaked, which it kind of does really, but eventually that also will be moving to the opposite side and going down here, much like the battery, again putting weight further forward of the front wheels, and of course creating a little bit extra space in the engine bay. But that's definitely not going to be for this year. Battery coming up, but the fuel tank, that's golden for this year. Well, while I sit here feeling quite scared of the boot falling down, although it doesn't actually weigh that much compared to what it used to, we've still got that glass in there, so there is a bit of weight in there. So as we were saying, we're going to be moving the battery from the back here all the way to the front. Now, one of the big changes that we will be doing is removing this old style metal battery cut-off switch for a Cartec electrical isolator. It's a big expense, and the reason we're doing it is because at the moment we had the battery here, you had a large cable running to the cut-off switch, and then from there you've got the large thick cable running all the way down to the starter motor. Now while that's going down there, that's going to be losing voltage, which is not really ideal, although I've got 16 volts, so it's more than capable of doing the job. Again, we want to put that weight in the front. So the Cartec kit, basically, we'll put an electrical cut-off switch here, but I'll have the isolator in the front of the car, meaning I run a really small gauge wire to the back. So you literally, if you need to turn off the car, you press that button, and that sends a signal to the cut-off switch down the front, which will turn it off. But it basically means I won't be running the massive cable all the way to the back. So not only does that save a little bit of weight, you know, that sort of gauge wire in the back here, running all the way, I was going to say it's a kilo maybe, it also prevents that voltage drop, because basically you're going to be running a wire from the battery to the starter motor about that long, compared to a full, 9 foot of cable. So that's okay, coming around into pre-stage. Christmas here, one of our drivers has got issues getting the gears, and pops and bangs all the way down the track. But this is going to be Christmas here all the way into the final. He goes through with an 11.08, 130. finishes weaving all the way down the track and goes through with a 722 at 191 miles an hour. So awesome. Fingers crossed. The plan is this car goes A to B with this new billet engine. Maybe we'll see it at the door slammers at Sandspot Raceway. Straight launch, keeping it straight in the middle. 150 mile an hour at the 8th. 743, 189 miles an hour. It's not a PB, but it's certainly A to B, and it's great to see. Now we've seen 607 at 222 miles an hour from the 2JZ Racer. 095, 186 at the 8th. Clifton up there, goes 605, 225 miles an hour at the Holtec Winter Nationals. So nice solo run. George can concentrate. Snatching the gears 161, 64. The 8th mile doing 120, and George Kataya goes through with a 963, 149 mile an hour. A fantastic, consistent weekend for him. Okay, so we have arrived at WRP Paint and Restoration, one of the VWDRC sponsors. Bruce has sponsored the club, actually. Probably one of the longest running sponsors. So again, thank you to him, and of course, that's the reason I'm taking my panels to him to get painted. That, and obviously he's one of the best painters in the country, let's be honest. He's multiple magazine featured show cars and race cars, and obviously he's known for his fast paint. So let's get these wings painted. After 3 days travel, Constantine has put in a number of passes this weekend. Some have been wild, some have been quick. We have seen a 7.2 second run back on Friday, day one of the Holtec Internationals. Let's see what he can get on what could possibly be his final run of the trip. Gets back into it. 155 at the 8th and goes through with a 752, 192 miles an hour. That's one of his quickest terminal speeds this weekend. Alpha Raceway, get your cameras out. Bring up the reds. Alan Muscat goes 565, 250 miles an hour for a fantastic weekend of testing. M&M Blue Lane, John Martin into pre-stage first. You see Clifford just edging forward, double bombs. Leave the racer bombing about. What a wheel stand though. John Martin carries it all the way down, goes through with a 731, 193 miles an hour. The Hackers in the air. The team. Okay. Clifton Abdullah back once again. Can we see the 5? Get your cameras out. 2JZ. He goes 095, 60 foot, 187 at the 8th. Clifton Abdullah 603, 128 miles an hour now. Again, another personal best at the Holtec Winter Nationals. Just doing these final bits that I would not normally do on a weekend where we're trying to get bigger stuff done. Got the front bumper back on. Something that we didn't run the whole of last year, you may notice in the photos, was a fog light. So I managed to get a fog light. It's a silly little thing, but it bugged the hell out of me having one on one side and not one on the other. So of course, bumper's just on, ready to go to Lee's. And of course, we're going to be putting battery just behind here. You can see, just down there. So we're going to be hiding that away. finished with the A-arms. Just give them a little coat of satin black. But essentially we've got the Polybush anti-lift kit on there and also polybushed as well. So there's a little bit of an improvement on the car.
Lifted 743 at 165 for the short track numbers. He was on for a flyer.
So we're going to drop the car off to Liam Ross's on Saturday. From there, a few bits and bobs will be done by them. Get the car back, swap out this shim kit on the clutch, and then fingers crossed that will fix that. Don't forget, this Sunday is our second Run What You Brung of the year at Santa Pod Raceway. So if you're coming along to test your car, or maybe you've just got a road car and you want to come along and do a bit of Run What You Brung, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be in the tower, of course, looking down and taking photos and just, you know, shooting the shit to people. You know how it goes. So come along Sunday. I think there's still just a couple of tickets left. The weather's looking good. In the meantime, yeah, see you on Sunday. Once again, thank you very much for watching these videos. Hopefully you're enjoying this little mini series that I'm doing as we build up to the 2024 VW DLC season. Obviously we'll be racing in VW Pro and we'll be doing the odd round in Comp Eliminator. So again, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, please do. We're trying to make that 1,000 subscribers before the season starts. We're around about 60 something away. So please drop a subscription, leave a comment, and I'm watching them gnats again. So I'm going to run away because it's getting dark. Bye.